They said they got him out 1 minute before he would have been dead.
Some terrifying moments as a Pinellas Park police officer ran into a burning home, pulling the man inside out to safety.
Yeah, tonight that officer is being called a hero. Chip Osowski has the story.
The fire broke out around 4 o'clock in the morning on Friday at this home on 70th Avenue North in Pinellas Park. Officer Jeffrey DeTrano saw the fire crews heading this way and followed them to see if he could help.
Pouring out of that door right there.
Gene Robbins thought his neighbor Jonesy was still inside.
They had to break the glass on the side of the door to get in, reach in and open the door. Then they found him on the back porch, kneeling down.
DeTrano ran around the back of the house. He could see 73-year-old Christopher Jones in a back room.
At that time, you could see the smoke coming out. The room that he was in actually wasn't on fire, but it was coming that way. So I went in, I picked him up, and he wasn't able to walk at the time, so I kind of dragged him out.
Paramedics rushed Jones to the hospital where doctors treated him for his injuries. DeTrano says it wasn't training, rather instinct, that prompted him to run into the burning home.
I think the adrenaline and everything pumping, I didn't realize what I was doing in the moment. I kind of just let fear and stuff go, and I just went in and got him. I wasn't really looking around too much. The smoke was coming out. The fire was mainly in the living room.
DeTrano was off this weekend, which gave him some time to reflect on what happened.
It's surreal, kind of. I mean, you never really think that you're going to be involved in situations like this. But like I said, it's instincts. Once I saw him, I knew that something needed to be done, and I was able to go and get him.
The cause of the fire remains under investigation. In Pinellas Park, I'm Chip Osowski. 8 on your side.
Thanks, Diane. And our top story live at 10. A Pinellas Park police officer says he was just doing his job when he carried a man out of a burning house. Tonight, we heard from that hero himself. The fire happened early Friday morning in the 4300 block of 70th Avenue North. Spectrum Bay News 9's Lori Davison is joining us live from Pinellas Park Police Headquarters, where that officer is reflecting on what happened. Lori, so what are he and his colleagues telling you tonight?
Well, you know, the officer actually told us that he really doesn't feel like a hero. Instead, he says that instinct kicked in and he just did what he had to do to potentially save a life.
I'm standing out front and I banged on his door, and I have not entered the house, but I can see a fire inside.
A 911 call from neighbors came in early Friday morning that this house was on fire and 73-year-old Christopher Jones was trapped inside.
I seen the smoke pouring out of the front and going up into the sky, and then it come out of this kitchen window too, and you could see it's all black over there now.
Pinellas Park police officer Jeffrey DeTrano happened to be patrolling nearby and saw the commotion. He looked through a back door and saw Jones crouched down.
The room that he was in actually wasn't on fire, but it was coming that way. So I went in, I picked him up, and he wasn't able to walk at the time, so I kind of dragged him out.
Neighbors credit him with saving their friend's life.
When they got him out, I heard him say 1 more minute and he could have been dead.
As for Officer DeTrano, he's happy he was there to help.
We don't get a lot of fire training as police officers, but the instincts definitely kicked in. I signed up for this job to serve and protect and help save lives.
Now, as for Jones, he was taken to the hospital where he was treated and released. We were not able to reach him for a comment tonight. Reporting live in Pinellas Park, Lori Davison, Spectrum, Bay News 9.
Brave action.
A Pinellas Park police officer is now being considered for the department's highest honor after running into a burning home to save a trapped man. Neighbors watched helplessly as flames consumed that house Friday on 70th Avenue. When Officer Jeffrey DeTrano heard his 73-year-old man was still inside, he didn't think twice before rushing in.
I signed up for this job to serve and protect and help save lives, and being able to help him get out of that house and not incur any more damage to him or the house was pretty awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Officers say if the victim had been inside that smoke-filled house another few minutes, he wouldn't have made it. Officer DeTrano says that he was just grateful that he could take a nice shower after the whole ordeal. Again, he could now be awarded the department's Medal of Honor.
What an honor that would be.